Hey everybody, welcome back. It's time to unbox Battlbox Mission 102. We're going to show you what's inside when we come back. Alright folks, welcome back. So this is Battlbox Mission 102. We're going to show you what's inside. For those of you that don't know, Battlbox is a tiered subscription box, so you choose what you're comfortable with every month spending from the different tiers, and they will send you. There's Basic, Advanced, Pro, Pro Plus. Whatever you spend per month, you're guaranteed to get more value than what you're spending per month on the gear. What I have here is the Advanced box. Okay, it's got everything in it. It's got the whole deal. And we're going to take a look at the whole thing, okay, and show you what's inside. Now, before we begin, I want to let you know that my link down below is my personal link for Battlbox. If you want to get some discounts or try out some of the other gear from the past boxes, which you can do, you can go there. You can also use a 15% discount code, which is Iridium24. I want to remind you of that now, and don't forget to check out all the links down below. We have our freeze-dried wholesaler link. That link saves you 15% on your food. So don't forget to check all the links down below, but this will have a discount on there for you right away to save 15%. So let's get into the first thing. It's going to be the basic box. It includes a $52.92 value. We're going to start out with the first items in the basic box. Okay, first off, we're going to start off with the gear in the basic box. And I got to say, this month's basic box is actually the most amount of stuff and some really cool items in it. Almost all of them I will be using immediately in another project which will be coming up too. And that's going to be a bug out bag for my e-bike. Yeah, I know, an e-bike is probably the last thing you'd see somebody bugging out on, but I wanted to put together a bag just to get some ideas for people, spark some ideas in their heads about bug out bags in general. So the first item is going to be this Niglo right here, little keychain marker. This thing is a marker for all types of outdoor gear. It's got a rechargeable little thing on there, okay? It is tritium free. This is just charged by the sunlight. I'm going to give you a quick example on how this works. If you've ever seen these, I believe they say it charges for 10 minutes, and then after 10 minutes, this will glow for hours. I had one of these similar type things on my backpack for work many years ago, and man, this thing glowed forever. I would get home from work at like 2 or 3 o'clock. I'd go into my room, still 8 o'clock, it was still glowing. So we're going to charge it up with a flashlight here, okay? I'm just going to use an O-light to get it nice and bright. And I don't know how much you're going to be able to see. I'm going to turn off the top light, but the side lights are still super bright. We're going to charge it up really quick. And there we go. So, I don't know if you can see that glowing, but it is glowing. Get that out of there. Okay. There. So it'll glow like that for a good amount of time after you've charged it up. It is also directional too, so the back won't glow as much because it didn't get as much light as the front. But these are really cool, really handy markers, good for tent stakes, stuff like that. And that is the Niglo gear marker. It is available in clear, green, orange, yellow, or blue. I got lucky because I like the green. I think it stands out really well. So I got the green, but that's how it works. There are attachments on the back here that you can use to hang it in different methods. If you choose to use this differently, so you have a little hole on top so you can hang this on gear or stick it into paracord, whatever. Very cool little item. Next up is going to be the Kuju coffee, okay? This stuff is kind of neat. It's all self-contained coffee and a coffee making system in a bag. As you can see by the picture here, basically you're going to unwrap one of these, and I will open one up to show you because I'm actually going to make one of these. Not on camera, but after it's over. And you get a bunch of these here, okay? You're going to open this up. All right, and you're going to just pour over it, okay? These will fold out on the side of your cup like this. You'll place that in the middle of your cup, and you're going to pour it open, and wow, I'm smelling it here, and it smells amazing. Now I can't wait to make this after the video is over. But yeah, you'll just stick this over your cup, and it's kind of a pour-over system. These were developed by brothers who used to hike a lot in the Red Rock Canyon, and basically they felt that the coffee they had really didn't reflect how nice the area was, the majesty of the whole Red Rock Canyon. If you guys have ever seen it, it's really amazing. I live about 50 miles from Red Rock, so definitely a cool place. Gives you a nice strong cup of coffee wherever you go. It's a single serve, 100% Arabica beans with notes of oak, honey, and chocolate. All you need is a mug. You just pour the hot water over it, in 1 to 2 minutes, you got yourself a cup of coffee. So we're definitely going to try that out. But cool stuff. All right, next up is the Panther Vision Gumby LED headlamp. That's a mouthful. That's this guy here. And I assume they call it Gumby because it kind of looks like that cartoon character Gumby. This is a really neat system, and this is something I'm going to be using in my bike gear bag. What I like about this is it's angled downward. So when you're wearing this on your head, you're not constantly having to adjust your thing to in front of you. And it's a pretty wide light, so it's not obnoxiously like right in front of your feet. It's a really wide scope of light. I will turn off the top light again to show you. But this is kind of neat, and you recharge this very simply. You're just going to take it out of this rubberized thing here. Okay, and you got your little plug in the back that you're going to recharge this with. This is the case that will come in. I did want to take it out for the video to show you, and it does come with a little plug, little micro USB. Your run times on this on high are 70 lumens. It's 35 lumens and 15 lumens. 4 hours on 70 lumens, 5.4 hours on 35 lumens, and 10 hours on 15 lumens. So definitely a nice little system. Very handy, very small, super lightweight. I mean, this thing is so light, and the band is adjustable. Kind of looks huge, but it is adjustable. So you can adjust it any way you want. I'm going to turn off top light again to kind of show you what this thing looks like. Okay, so you'll get a nice big wide beam. Actually, I'm going to turn these lights away so you can kind of see. Let me turn that one too. You can kind of see it's very bright. And in complete darkness, this would make an excellent little tent light or something like that. Definitely a handy little thing. I really do like it. I was looking for something a little more lightweight when it came to a headlamp for that bag, and I think this is going to work. That's your high, it's your medium, and your low. So very, very easy to cycle through the modes. High, medium, low. Hard to tell between the medium and the low, but it definitely has a difference there. Very, very nice. You get about a 15-meter distance on high, about a 10-meter distance on medium, and an 8-meter distance on low. The silicone design on this won't budge or bump around. Very waterproof, water resistant. Definitely a neat little system. It is IPX4 rated, shockproof up to 1 meter, and takes about 6 hours and 30 minutes to fully recharge this from a USB bank or whatever you're going to use while you're out there. So that's definitely going to be my headlamp for that bag. Okay, last up, the slot lock stakes. There's a 4-pack here. This is also something I'm going to be using because the tent that I purchased came with those El Cheapo horrible stakes. You know, the little thin metal ones. These are really bright, really stand out nice. You're going to slide it through here and lock it into place and wrap it around. They won't loosen up on you. They are thermoplastic polymer. It's virtually indestructible, impervious to the cold. You can use these as tarp stakes, tent stakes, canopy stakes, whatever you want to do. You can even use them with lawns and landscaping to kind of mark things off. They do have a nice locking option. Like I said, you're going to slide it through there, slip it through the barrel, through the slot, maybe tie a knot on the end, or you can just twist it around after you slide it through there, and it will hold in there without having to untie it and retie it over and over again. As you can see, let me show you the instructions here real quick. Here we go. So you're going to slide it through, cinch it, do the other lock, and there's your permanent lock to get it locked in there. You run it back around again. Very, very easy to use. Definitely sturdy too, but not super heavy or obnoxious. They will fit in your bag really, really well. So we are going to move on to the advanced box, okay? Moving up to the advanced box, it's a $102 value, and I'm going to show you what's in that one. Now, this is probably one of the cooler knives that I have gotten from Battlbox. It is the Battlbox Onyx. We're going to take a quick look at it here. If you look at it quickly, you'd think it was kind of a very Mora-esque type knife. You have your little Battlbox logo on there. Very similar to that. Really good feeling knife in your hand. You can see the grips there. They're very textured. Nice little bit of lanyard on the end. Is stone-washed finish. I believe the steel on this is 8CR14 MOV. 4.5-inch blade. Nice dark stone-washed finish. Injection molded handle with a secure grip. It does have a hole in the bottom of the sheath here for drainage, so no water will gather in there. Very, very lightweight. The blade length is 4.5 inches, like we said. 8CR14 MOV steel, and the whole length of the whole thing is 9 inches. This thing came ridiculously sharp. It is definitely hair shaving sharp, as you can see there. Very, very nice knife. Again, this will probably be seen in the channel a whole lot. I'm not sure if I'm using this one in my my new bag that I'm building. I might. It depends. One thing I did notice that you will have to do on your own is put a 90-degree spine on here. It is a very rounded spine. It will not strike a ferro rod. I did try. I guess in an emergency you could always use the edge, but I really hate doing that because it ruins the edge. But definitely a nice little knife. Nice little sheath. Clips right on your belt there. Very handy little knife. That's definitely a nice looking knife. I believe that this is going to be something that I will be using in the channel quite a bit because it's just very convenient, you know, and it's got that shape, almost that Scandi kind of grind to it. Definitely has that shape to it that I like, and takes a nice edge on it too. So let's move on now to the Pro Box. That includes a $212 value. And we're going to show you what that is. All right, this is from Rhino USA. You guys have seen their stuff before on my channel. These are, what are they? Kinetic recovery ropes. And let me give you a quick look at them. I have not opened this package yet. You will get a 20% discount on it. These are for situations where you get yourself stuck and you might have to get pulled out. But remember, you don't always prepare for your own preparation. Sometimes you prepare to help others. So as you can tell, these things are just like a beast here. These are monstrous ropes. They will be able to help you pull people out of areas where they're stuck. It does have plastic on the end and on the straps themselves. That will, of course, come off. They are really, really handy. It's a 20-foot long kinetic recovery rope. It'll help you quickly and easy get somebody out of a stuck situation, or even yourself. It's the safest and most efficient way to recover a stuck vehicle because it's able to stretch 4 times more than a tow strap, but it provides a much smoother, safer recovery. Now, I don't do a lot of off-roading, all right, but I am going to tell you that these will be going in my Jeep. When I have been in situations where I've been almost stuck, you know, I would have liked to have people with these around there. See, as you can see, they just hook on the front there like that. And let's get the other side off here. They just snap on and will work quite well for getting you out of any kind of stuck situation you're in. They are definitely beefy, well made. I can feel they will stretch a bit. I can't stretch them here, but you can tell they will definitely give you some stretch and give you some rescuing ability. Now, it has a minimum brake strength of 19,965 pounds. It's backed by a lifetime warranty, and they have awesome customer service. I have purchased stuff from Rhino USA in the past. Really, really cool. You have a nice storage bag with this, and this is definitely going to be going in my vehicle. It's just something that I really never thought of before, and with the situations where I'm driving up to the range and stuff or going off-road, this is something that really comes in handy, not just for me, but for somebody else who might get stuck as well. Now, we are going to move on to the Pro Plus box, okay? That is the final level, and I'm going to show you this. This is a very unusual item. I wasn't sure I was going to like, and then I started reading about it and understanding its concept, and I really like it, so let's check it out. So this one kind of confused me because this is the top level, and I was looking at it going, it's just a pocket knife. It doesn't really, you know, it wasn't jumping out at me as anything special, but then I read a little bit about why this knife was created. It was designed by Adam Siegmiller, and he basically sent along a letter to them telling them how they came upon this design. He was operating what they'd call quasi-permissive environment without firearms, and when he'd go for a morning run, he'd clip a folder inside his shorts. However, it was kind of uncomfortable and it would dig into his hip. So as a result of this, he went on a hunt for a folder that was thin enough to wear comfortably, but robust enough to fight if he needed to, okay? He couldn't find anything he couldn't find anything that fit the bill, so he decided to create his own. He wanted a knife that was thin enough to fit comfortably in his pocket or waistband like this one here, and would work for appendix or waistband carry. He also wanted a glass break tool on it, which is on the end here, okay? And he also wanted the ability to cut a seat belt, which is on the end here, okay? There's your seat belt cutter. So this is kind of an all-in-one kind of knife. Now, I'm not a fan of serrated knives, but I gotta say, this is a nice looking knife, okay? And I'm assuming it has something to do with Canada because it's got a little Canadian maple leaf on it there too. This is definitely a nice knife. Came super sharp right out of the box. Very, very sharp little knife. And it has a Sandvik 12 C27 stainless steel blade. The blade length is 3.25. Overall length on it is 7.5 inches, and it weighs about 4.8 ounces. It is aluminum and carbon fiber. It does have that retractable seat belt cutter on the back, which I think is kind of handy. Get out of the car really quickly with something like that. But it's not obnoxious. You see, the one I carry always has that seatbelt cutter on the back, and you can feel it when you're holding it. This actually feels really good in your hand, and definitely a nice looking blade. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of serrated knives, but the most of this knife, the most real estate on this knife is all knife, and you just have a little bit of serrations there if you do have to tear through something. So this was the knife he came up with if he ever had to use it in an emergency. I assume he was a contractor working overseas and he couldn't carry a firearm, so this was second best to that. Definitely a cool little knife, very nice looking thing. I guess he had a bunch of his friends try these out, and that's where they came up with the nickname, because you couldn't tell you were carrying it. It was super light, super small, very thin, and he named it the Ghost. So that is the last item in the box. Definitely cool stuff. A lot of the stuff I'm going to be using in my my new go bag for my e-bike. And I have another friend. If you guys are familiar with my radio show that I do locally here on a low power FM station, you can watch it on Facebook as well. I do a radio show with another gentleman who we do a survival radio show, and he just recently bought a 3-wheeled e-bike. So what we're planning on doing for a video, he wants to start doing videos, and I'm going to do my video. We're going to do kind of a collaboration where we're both going to go out on our e-bikes, set up camp somewhere, and camp overnight like we were bugging out to a destination somewhere, and see how well it works. So that's why I'm setting up the e-bike go bag as a last ditch kind of thing. I can't really see myself bugging out on an e-bike, but hey, you never know, so as long as you have something like that and you're prepared for it, and it's really not going to have anything bike specific, it's just going to be another bug out bag that's kind of small, not obnoxious, and I can see myself using a lot of this gear in it. Anyway, folks, I thank you for joining me. Like I said at the beginning, my link is down below in my personal shop for Battlbox. I have that 15% off code Iridium24. You'll save 15% off your first subscription items. Definitely check it out. I love their stuff. And like I say, if you're a seasoned survivalist who likes getting a few cool new items in the mail, these are definitely the thing for you. If you're somebody who's scrimping by to buy food and you don't have any water stored, you want to think about that stuff first before you start digging into subscription boxes. Anyway, folks, I thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to check out all our links down below. We have our Amazon affiliate store. You can check that out. If there's nothing in the store you like, you just click that link and shop as you normally would. We do appreciate when you do that. It doesn't cost you anything to do, and it helps us out immensely. Below that is our freeze-dried wholesalers link. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, 15% off food items. Remember, folks, we got some bad food times coming up. There's a lot of things pointing to extended food shortages in the United States, a lot of supply chain issues, things like that. Get yourself some food put away. 25-year shelf life, freeze-dried. All you got to do is hydrate it, and it's really good individual items. It's not like Mountain House saying you're going to eat chili with macaroni today. You make your own stuff, all right? If you want chicken with some rice, you can do that all on your own with your own spices, ingredients, everything. Below that is our My Patriot Supply link. We have an amazing deal this month, $200 off that 3-month kit. Go check out the site. It's preparewithiridium.com, preparewithiridium.com, because I tend to talk fast, so I have to slow it down. And below that, of course, is our Thrive Life freeze-dried food store. Remember, you don't have to join anything to try Thrive Life out. By all means, go over there, check out the food, see if you like it. And I thank you guys for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.